You're staring at your phone at 6:09 in the morning, not because you want to, because you heard a notification, and your stomach already knows what it is before your eyes focus. Your bank balance is £43. Rent comes out in 8 days. Now hold that feeling, that specific low-level dread that lives somewhere between your chest and your throat, because here's what nobody tells you about money. It's not about the number. It's about what that number does to every other decision in your day. What you eat, where you sit, who you call back, whether you go to the doctor. Money doesn't just buy things. Money buys options. And the less of it you have, the less of everything else you have too. This is your life at every income level, and we're starting at the bottom. Level 1. Survival. You do the maths before you get out of bed. That's not a metaphor. You literally lie there and calculate. Bills, food, travel, the overdraft fee from last month that's still sitting there like an unpaid guest. You get up. You make your coffee at home because £4 for a cup from a shop is not a decision you make anymore. It's a line you crossed once and then never again. You eat the same meals most weeks, not because you like them, because you know exactly what they cost, and you cannot afford a surprise right now. The supermarket is where the psychology starts. You pick things up and put them down. Branded pasta versus own brand. 89 pence versus £1 49 pence. You choose the cheaper one, and you do not feel guilty about it because guilt is a luxury for people who have enough. The commute is long because you cannot afford to live near the job. You stand on the train because you did not get there early enough to sit. Someone's bag presses into your back. The air smells of other people's coffee. You are not thinking about the future. You cannot afford to think about the future. You are managing today. That is the entire scope of what's available. And here is what people who've never been here do not understand. It is not laziness. It is not a lack of ambition. It is the cognitive cost of scarcity. Every decision at this level requires more mental energy than the same decision at a higher one, because the margin for error is zero. You can't absorb a mistake, a broken phone, an unexpected bill, a missed shift. Any one of those is a crisis. Level 2. Lower middle. Something shifts. Not immediately, not dramatically, but at some point between level 1 and here, your nervous system stops treating every Monday like a threat assessment. You have a savings account now. It doesn't have much in it, but it exists. And the existence of it, just knowing it's there, changes something in how you move through the day. You can replace your shoes when they wear out, instead of waiting another 3 months. You can go to the birthday dinner without pre-eating at home first. Small things, but they are not small. But here's the catch. You are now in the zone of invisible stress. At level 1, the stress is obvious. The numbers don't work and everyone can see it. At level 2, the numbers mostly work. So the world assumes you're fine, but you are one redundancy, one health problem, one relationship breakdown away from sliding straight back to level 1, and you know it. You don't talk about it, but you know it. Level 3. Stable middle. Now something interesting happens. You have enough, and having enough reveals a problem you were not expecting. You are suddenly aware of how much you don't have. You can afford a holiday, but not the kind you see online. You can furnish a flat, but not own one. You can go to the restaurant, but you notice when someone orders without checking the price. The people above you seem to move through the world differently. There's an ease to them, a frictionlessness. They don't check the meter in taxis. They don't flinch at the service charge. Your lifestyle is genuinely good, but you are also, for the first time, curating what you show people. The holiday photos are selected carefully. The flat is tidy before anyone comes over. At level 1, you are just surviving. At level 3, you are performing. The middle class is the longest distance between 2 points. You can see the next level. You just can't get there yet. Level 4. Upper middle. At this income level, something changes in how other people treat you. The estate agent shows you the floor you weren't shown before. The bank calls back the same day. At dinner, you order without looking at the right-hand column, and you notice that nobody at the table noticed, because everyone else did the same thing. Money starts functioning as social information rather than just fuel. But here's what they don't tell you about this level. The lifestyle expands to meet the income almost immediately. The school fees, the mortgage that stretches you because you wanted the right postcode, the holidays that are now expected rather than exceptional. You are earning significantly more than 2 years ago, and you are saving almost the same amount. Because at this level, the spending becomes a signal too. You are no longer just buying things, you are buying membership, and membership fees are always higher than you expect. Level 5. Affluent. Here money becomes invisible, not because you don't have it, because you stop thinking about it as a daily variable. The dentist you want, not the one you can afford. The flight that leaves at a sensible time, not the 5 a.m. one. The hotel that is simply comfortable, without an hour on comparison sites first. Your time changes. Time is the real currency at this level. and for the first time you are starting to have some. But something else appears that you were not prepared for, a new anxiety. Not about money, about position. You are in rooms where everyone is comfortable, and in rooms where everyone is comfortable, the competition moves from financial survival to social belonging. Do the people here see you as one of them, or as someone who is still arriving? Old money can spot new money before you open your mouth. It's in the way you handle the menu, the way you talk about your house, the slight over-eagerness you haven't yet learned to suppress. You are doing well by any objective measure, and you are still, quietly, being assessed. Level 6. Rich. At the top of the income ladder, something unexpected happens. Money stops being the point. What you are spending on now is not things. You are spending on distance. Distance from inconvenience. Distance from crowds. Distance from waiting. First class is not about the seat. It's about the boarding process, the separate door, the absence of the queue. The house is not bigger because you need the space. It is bigger because space itself is a luxury. People treat you differently here, and the difference is unsettling once you notice it. The warmth appears too quickly. The helpfulness is too calibrated. The agreement comes before you finish the sentence. People are performing for you now, and you start to miss, in a way you can't quite articulate, the conversations where nobody needed anything from you. Here is what rising income actually buys you. It buys relief from emergency. That is real, and it matters enormously. It buys access, better food, better medicine, better time, better rooms. It buys the removal of friction, and friction is exhausting in ways that only become visible when it stops. But it does not buy the feeling you imagined you would have when you arrived, because the anxiety doesn't disappear as income rises. It changes shape. At £28,000, you are afraid of falling behind. At £500,000, you are afraid of being exposed. Money moves the problem upward. It does not remove it. And the strangest truth of all, the people who seem most at ease with money are almost never the ones who made it recently. They are the people for whom it was always just the background, which means the thing you are actually chasing, that settled, unself-conscious ease, is not a financial achievement. It is a generational one. You can get very close, but you will always know, in some quiet part of yourself, exactly which level you started on. What would you do differently, knowing that?